everybody, this is Katrina here, the Zebra Wheelie. How you all doing? Thank you very much to the 2 subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I know it's not much, but it'll help get my channel off the ground. Today's video is about why I need a wheelchair and what type of wheelchair I have. As I said before on my last video, I have a condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It is a connective tissue disorder. The type of EDS that I have is hypermobility type or hypermobile type. It used to be called type 3 and it used to be considered a rare condition, but now it's thought to be more common. There are other types of EDS that are still considered rare, but I have the hypermobility type and I was tested for all the other types by blood test, and thankfully I don't have them. Sorry, I'm loaded with the cold at the minute. Anyway, because of my EDS, which is short for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I get dislocations, chronic and constant dislocations, and severe chronic pain. My dislocations can happen without warning. I know with some other conditions you get warnings before you get a pain or have a fall or something. I don't get anything like that. I was referred to wheelchair services by a consultant in Belfast here in the MITRE unit, MITRE rehab unit in Musgrave Park Hospital. Because I was turned down for ankle fusion surgery because of my EDS, and because it has people with EDS have problems with healing. Basically, my ankles, he said my ankles are like 2 sacks of loose bones and nothing is supporting them. He did also give me leg braces the year before, but they turned out not to work very well, so now I'm only allowed to wear them for 1 hour every day. Plus they're very, very hard to walk with and extremely painful to walk with. I've been told that by others they think that I am an amputee because of the way that I walk, and I'm not an amputee. Again, because of my EDS, my knees also bend too far backwards, which hurts. It hurts a lot. And my EDS affects every single part of my body. As you can see here, even my fingers are extremely bendy. And I can do the classic EDS sign, which I call it. Also, because of my EDS, my choice of wheelchair was extremely limited. I can only use a rigid frame wheelchair. The wheelchair that I have now is called the Cushal K series. It's a rigid frame wheelchair, does not fold, instead it comes apart. I can stand, as can most wheelchair users. They can either stand or some can walk. I can walk a little bit, but not very far. I didn't get any sort of training with how to use my wheelchair, because here in Northern Ireland it's only people who have spinal cord injuries who are entitled to training in how to use a wheelchair, how to get up and down curbs and such. So I pretty much had to learn from other people. And my dad is an ex-occupational therapist. He helped me a lot. Also, I had to fight to get my wheelchair like tooth and nail, because they tried to get me to pick a cheaper one that wasn't suitable for my condition. And it took me 2 years to get to where I am now and get the wheelchair that I have now. I got it in August of last year. So I'm having my 1 year anniversary as a wheelchair user, and I've since getting my freedom back. Basically the OT that my consultant referred me to overruled him and on the grounds of the cost of the wheelchair, and decided to try and give me a folding frame wheelchair. I think it was something called Breezy Basics or something or other, but it was really, really heavy. And it twisted every single time I went over a bump or went over a curb. The frame twisted and caused a dislocation, which is kind of defeating the purpose of the wheelchair, given that it's meant to stop me from having dislocations. But I had to fight tooth and nail to get it. My dad had to pull a few strings as well. And being an occupational therapist, he was able to put me in contact with the people in the know. And when I went for my assessment on wheelchair services, the OT tried every single option to get me to try and pick the one that wasn't suitable for me. Even though I'd told her 10,000 times it wasn't suitable for me, it was far too heavy for me to push, and it came apart in about 1 million pieces to get it into the car. Whereas the one that I have now, the back folds down and the 2 wheels come off, and then that's it. But this one, you had to take the foot plates off and the whole palaver. Plus, the one that they were giving me was 36 kilograms. The one that I'm using now is only about 8 kilograms, and that's total weight. And it's all included. Like, it's basically when people say that they're selling a folding frame wheelchair for, well, it says a weight of 8 kilograms, or sorry, brain fog, of 12 kilograms, they mean that it is 12 kilograms when it's completely stripped down, instead of having all the foot plates and the wheels and all on it. It's just totally stupid, because it totally makes a difference to the wheelchair user when they're pushing it. The wheelchair that I have is custom built to me to fit my height exactly. It is because I'm 6 foot, it's just about 180 centimeters, 186 I think. I need quite a wheelchair that is very high up. The wheelchair that I have is 26-inch wheels. I'm told that the average is about 24.5 inches, but I'm sitting quite higher up than most other wheelchair users. Anyway, I'm enjoying my full year anniversary of getting my independence back and getting my freedom back. I haven't looked back since. I'm going to hopefully to go to university. I've applied to go to university. I'm still waiting to hear back, but shouldn't be too long. Without my wheelchair, that would have been impossible. also, I've noticed a few times when I'm standing up to get into my dad's car, or when I'm moved my leg or something, I get people staring at me because I've moved my leg, and they see the wheelchair and they think I'm paralysed, which I'm not. It's actually quite few people in wheelchairs are paralysed, especially with a spinal cord injury. But it did take me quite a while to accept that I needed a wheelchair. But I haven't looked back since actually going into the wheelchair because I have more energy and less pain. Sorry, I'm totally dying with the cold today. It's an old Northern Irish saying about having the flu. Basically, I'm now looking forward to life. Even so be it that I'm in a wheelchair, so be it. I don't care what I look like. If anybody says anything to me, I just tell them straight. Basically, my family have taken it quite badly. My aunt is pretty much convinced that I can't do anything for myself now that I'm in a wheelchair, but I can still drive. Even without using my feet, I can still drive with hand controls. I will do another separate video on that. But there are a lot worse off people than me, but the wheelchair has been a very big improvement in my life. And don't be ashamed if you are in a wheelchair. Don't be ashamed to go out in public in it. I know it can take a while to get used to it, but don't be ashamed. There's nothing wrong in going out with a wheelchair or any other mobility aid. Basically, I couldn't care less what people say to me about my wheelchair. My aunt said that people think that I can't do anything for myself, but I'm determined to prove them wrong. So I will prove them wrong. I will. Just watch this space. Okay, that's it for today. I will be doing more videos shortly, but for the moment, if you please like and comment and subscribe below and press the little bell to get more notifications. Okay, see ya. Bye bye.